Hey, I made you crack on a couple of those.
You did. You did. I like the diarrhea one and I like the fat chick one.
And the ham.
The ham, girl.
The ham. I
Ham,
sure would like some of that ham.
The ham, girl. Sure would like some of that pork rattler.
The ham, girl. Sure would like some of that ham.
That's better than a fucking joke. Oh my God. Welcome to the Real Talk podcast, folks. We are your hosts, Midge and JJ. JJ, how are you?
Great.
So this is the show where we give you unique insights on everything real estate related. We go through some recent news stories. Some are funny, some are pretty pathetic, but we like to touch on them anyway. And we're here to entertain you for the next 45 minutes. Follow us on all our socials. Big news, we are now on Spotify. Follow us on Instagram, the Instagrizzle, Facebook, YouTube, and everywhere else. Midge and JG, Real Podcast.
Today, we're looking at 3 home projects that do not help increase the value of your home. And alternatively, because we're nice, we're going to give you 3 easy projects that do help increase the value of your home. Let's get into it. But first, news headlines, fish wrap, the buzz.
What actually is fish wrap?
Fish wrap. You wrap fish in newspaper.
Oh, like I've heard you say it before. I'm like, what the fuck is fish wrap?
That's what it is.
Oh,
You wrap fish in newspaper.
got it. I was fucking wondering what fish wrap was. Okay.
First, we'll get into some real estate news. These are the 10 most searched areas, according to Zoocasa, in Ontario. Number 1's Toronto, obviously.
Yeah.
You saw that coming.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Can I take a stab at number 2?
Yeah, sure.
Richmond Hill.
Wrong. Oshawa.
Ah, really?
Yeah, that whole
Yeah.
Durham
But it's
region.
It's way cheaper out there anyway in Oshawa, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Number
Yeah.
3 is Richmond Hill.
Ah,
Number 3,
I
Richmond
don't
Hill.
get a prize though, do I? Still wrong.
Nicer area, obviously Richmond Hill. So
Yep.
I could see why
Expensive.
people are
That's up
searching.
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 4, we're back into Durham region with Whitby.
Okay.
Number 5 is Scarborough.
Ooh. Ouch.
Number 6, the Hamilton.
Oh, really? Hamilton, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, and again, people kind of, getting out of the most expensive areas
Cheaper
and moving out
properties,
west, right?
bigger land too, right? You have
Yeah.
a bigger lot
Yeah.
size there.
A little bit more for your buck. Yeah.
Yeah. Vaughan is next.
Another expensive market.
Brampton. I'm surprised people are going to Brampton with all those videos of people jacking cars and fights in the street and all that kind of stuff. But people are searching Brampton.
Unfortunately, it's not just in Brampton, though, is it?
A lot of it is in Brampton, though. Weird.
Yeah.
Ajax back in the Durham area. Lots of Durham area stuff.
Mm.
And the last one is Mississauga.
Saga.
It's in the Saga.
No one wants to come to Milton because I'm here. That's probably why it's not even on the list.
Do you feel Milton's getting overpopulated though? Like the infrastructure isn't good enough for it?
No, it never was, right? I mean, this is, you got Milton that's built with the Main name, right? Throw up the houses and think about the roads after, right? It's always an afterthought.
That's like Paris, Ontario. Paris, Ontario is a pretty popular place, but
they don't. That's being built up now too, big time.
They don't have the infrastructure there though. There's not too many roads in and out of that place. It's
no, because it's just all about get the houses up,
crowded.
get the cookie, and then the city's like, okay, no, we need roads.
Yeah.
And then when you've got a population already settled in there, now you've got roadworks all the bloody time, and it takes you 3 times as long to get just 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah, they need to add more through traffic roads for places like Paris. Milton added a bunch, but it's still heavily
Yeah.
populated
Yeah,
and
we're just
tough to
still,
get
yeah, we're
around,
still,
isn't it?
yes, we're still growing, and we're
Yeah.
not going to stop anytime soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other news. You got some other news, right?
I do. And I read this ridiculous story, and this is actually by the Daily Mail, so it's no surprise that it's ridiculous, let's be honest. But this was about, I wanted to touch base on this. It's about Brendan Fraser, and he won the Oscar for The Whale, right? That movie.
Yes, he did.
I know it's like his comeback movie. He won an Oscar. I'm sure he was very good. I've not seen the movie.
It is good.
I sit there and it makes me just want to reach for the tater chips if I watch something like that. And so I've not watched it. But anyway, he won an Oscar. I'm sure he had a great performance. And I like him. I really like him. And I think he deserves everything he gets. I really like him as an actor.
He's like the new Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, he
Everybody
kind of
loves him.
disappeared and then is the comeback kid,
Yep.
right? I always like him. He seems a very nice, genuine person. So here's the story though. So Dove soap, and I use Dove soap,
So do I.
right? Well, I'm not anymore. I'm not using it because they're so woke, they're fucking ridiculous. Drives me nuts, this shit. So anyway, they're facing backlash after slamming the Oscar-winning movie The Whale for using a fat suit. And so basically, their messaging was, there's enough obese. Why do you have to put a fat suit on when there's enough? Why not just get a fat person to play the role, right? And the bandwagon jumped on with all their comments on social media, and you know, it's like, God, can you give it a break? Can you give it a break? Like, please. He's an actor. His job is to act out roles. And I don't mean belly
Characters.
rolls. It is fiction. Okay? Just like Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford was playing a role, people. He was not an actual archaeologist, to my surprise. Like, what is wrong with these people?
Also, Thor isn't a god.
He's not a guy. Like,
In
where
case
was the
anybody was.
rampage about that, right? So I don't know. I don't know if there's any morbidly obese actors in Hollywood, is there?
Well, did they apply for the role? Did they audition for the role? Like, you could have.
Well, I think there's different factors that go into it. Number one, are they out there? Because the last time I saw Hollywood or focused in on anyone in Hollywood, they're all
It's not.
pretty slim,
Yeah, there's not
gorgeous,
of a lot. A
looking
lot of
beautiful.
obese
It's very
actors.
vanity driven,
Yeah.
right? It's vanity driven. Really don't see them. So is there a 600-pound actor out there that could have took the role? That would have the same amount of pull as Brendan Fraser to make an Oscar winning performance. Number one.
Probably not.
Probably not, right? So take a break, people. I mean, stop jumping on the bandwagon to sell your soap. Like, honestly, because all you've done is turn me off it. I'm going to Nivea.
Nivea, yeah. What's the one that Jennifer Aniston uses? And she looks like she's 20 all the time. Aveeno?
Aveeno, yeah.
Aveeno, that's
Yeah,
the one.
I've used stuff for years.
I use
And
Dove
then
as well.
all these people jumping on. Stop giving fat suit awards. We want better representation in Hollywood. Was one message, and that was actually a message from Dove. Stop giving fat suit awards. Then there was another one. Once again, just a reminder that The Whale was written and directed by and produced by four thin, white, rich, able-bodied, cisgender men. Oh, check out its fat star who was celebrated and honored at the Oscars last night. What a fucking joke. Um, I mean,
I-
but look, when you see all the emojis after their name, these people that post
Is
these
this
messages,
just a
you
cry for
understand why.
attention to get noticed
I don't
online? I
know,
don't
man.
know.
I don't know. It's a movie. Like, relax. You know, this shit gets on your nerves. Everything is offensive.
Yeah. Speaking of people in a role that maybe they shouldn't be, with the thought of Brendan Fraser not being fat, that Halle Bailey playing the Little Mermaid, you know, Dutch movie, Dutch writer, Dutch fairy tale, you
So
know.
what was the uproar about that? Because
Yeah, not a
what?
mermaid,
She's not a mermaid.
not a mermaid.
Are you serious
That's
right
right.
now? She's not a
She's not a
mermaid?
mermaid. Why didn't the role go to a mermaid instead of Halle Bailey? I think I'm saying that right. Halle Bailey. I keep thinking of Halle
Halle
Ba
Berry.
Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Halle
I know.
Bailey.
She's not a mermaid?
She's not a mermaid.
Well, blow me down like a feather, you
Or like a
know?
fish scale,
Or like a fish
a man of
scale.
war jellyfish.
It's just ridiculous, you know? It's just
I think
ridiculous.
a lot of it is people just want to like try and be heard, get noticed, say what they want, make a story headline. Maybe Dove's sales are down. Did we look at what Dove's sales are? Did they need to get
No,
back
I didn't.
into the media so people are like, "Hey, Dove, we support Dove." You're burning a lot of bridges by not doing that. And
Well, I mean, the comments that came along with this article are like, many people are basically on the same page. It's like, okay, I've officially stopped buying Dove, just sick of this nonsense, and someone wrote here just virtue signaling, which I really asked myself, are they just doing that? That people come out with this nonsense, are they just virtue signaling? You know,
probably.
Dove, stick to what you do, which is sell soap. Many women of shapes and sizes and men of shapes and sizes use your product. Y- You don't have to jump on a movie, a fictitious like just
Are
relax.
they trying to discriminate against skinny people now?
Oh boy, don't get
Are
going.
the skinny people
Don't get
not
me
allowed
going.
to use Dove soap? Only obese people are allowed to use Dove soap?
I don't know. I
Anyways,
don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that was one of my stories that just got right on my tartars. Tartars, I tell you. And I'm using Nivea from now on. Poor baby.
TikTok's going to get banned in the US, supposedly.
Oh,
Or
finally.
so they
When's
say.
that going to happen? They've been talking about that for years
I don't
now.
know. They just passed some bill about the TikTok ban, and they're going to limit. Actually, it's already limited. Anybody who's in like the Senate
Federal
or
positions. Yeah.
politicians are not allowed to
Uh,
use it anymore.
yeah.
But
Makes sense.
they keep talking about limiting Americans from using it. Because they say there's Chinese spyware and blah blah blah.
Well, that's what I thought the reason was because of the Chinese spyware that's in it.
Well, didn't we have this with Facebook a few years back? Remember when Zuckerberg was on stand because of like
But that was that was going against users' privacy
same
rights, right?
thing. This is what they're talking about for TikTok. They're saying they're trying to protect us, but I think they're trying to silence some people is what I think is happening.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I know they've been trying to ban it, and the story is because they think it's riddled with Chinese spyware. Now, as far as the free speech thing, they've been shut down on every social media platform. Let's be
So
honest.
let me ask you this. Where was your cell phone made? Your Apple iPhone?
Well, components of it, I would imagine, in China.
The majority of it's made in China. What about the Huawei or the LG or the Google Pixel? They're all made in China. You don't think that they have
TV
some
hanging
sort
off
of
your wall,
like if
the
they're
smart TV hanging off your wall.
yeah, if there's spyware, it's in these things we use every day anyways. You can't say that there's not. How do I talk about, you know, a mic boom with you and then the next day it pops up on Facebook? I didn't search it on Facebook. I talked about
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. You know what? I mean, the thing is now we've got. I hate to say it. I hate to say this and be so cynical, but you never know what to believe. Like I'd like to think that the governments are there to protect the people, but I I can't believe that. I can't believe that. So, is it for our protection and the Chinese spyware? That could be just the narrative. That could be the scream and shout. Would it surprise me if it wasn't to suppress freedom of speech? Not at all.
well, look at what was happening with TikTok before Musk took over, right? There's all those people who
Twitter,
are banned,
Twitter,
or
not
not
TikTok,
TikTok, Twitter.
Twitter.
People, people were all banned
I
for
know.
for
So it
having a
wouldn't
point of view.
exactly, and it was all in collaboration with all these government agencies to shut down these certain sites, and so that they were all in cahoots with each other. So again, would I be surprised that it's to limit the freedom of speech? Absolutely not. I wouldn't put anything past governments these days anymore.
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
think
either.
my
It's
my, my trust is a little bit on the low side
it is in
right
the
now.
US, so will
Oh,
that ripple down to Canada too, and they'll put bans on TikTok as well? I don't know. They're trying to find a
Well, you can't protest here, so
yeah. There you go. Like that's the freedom of speech thing that our illustrious leader talks about the freedom of speech. But then if your freedom of speech goes against me, you can't say it. So
well, what was that bill that was just passed here about the internet usage? How now news articles are going to be um, limited
yeah,
on social media. I can't speak any strength to it because I don't know enough
I
about
don't
it.
know
But
either.
the broad strokes, I think it was something to do with limiting um, news organizations and what news gets disseminated where.
Hmm.
I have to look into that.
Topic for next week, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go deep.
Okay, so today we're going to look at the three worst home rental projects that add no value to your home, no ROI whatsoever. And then we're going to give you three ridiculously easy alternatives that have the best ROI. First one, the don't do for us is wall to wall carpeting. You know, don't cover your existing hardwood if you have hardwood already. Don't waste money on the carpet. Most homeowners or new buyers will see that carpet and just think somebody else was there. Their dirty feet and their dirty dog, and it is full of dander and dust, dirt.
Shit.
So they'll just want to yeah, maybe poop. They'll just want to rip it out anyways. So carpet has no real ROI, no return on investment for you. So that's our first don't do.
Toenails, snot,
Mm,
shit.
mm.
Don't like carpet. Here's what I do instead, though: install new hardwood floors. Can get a little pricey with that, but your rate of return is great on new hardwood flooring installed. Your rate of return is approximately 118%, right? So if you once you go to resell. Now, here's the surprising thing. When I was researching these numbers, actually, if you already have hardwood flooring, just refinish that sucker because your return on investment is like 147%. So it's way higher, less out your pocket, more in your pocket. Makes more sense. So just do a refinish, a refresh on what you've already got. If you don't have that, then you got to go the other route, new hardwood. But both of them give you a pretty good rate of return.
Yeah, over and above what you invested. So
Yeah,
top two, I think, aren't they? Um,
they are.
besides
I
maybe our next
think.
one. So our next don't do is wallpaper. Don't do too much wallpaper. You know, I understand that people like feature walls and they like textured wallpaper on one wall, but don't get carried away with the wallpaper. Don't put it on all the walls. The next buyer that comes in is going to think it looks like crap anyways. So, and they're going to look at the issues with it. And tearing it down is messy, time consuming. It could get into damaging the drywall if it's not taken down correctly. So, wallpaper would cost typical size room anywhere from 800 to 1200 bucks for one room. The return on investment is not there. You're just wasting the money. But we do have an alternative to that.
Yeah, I say this when my clients come to me and they say, "What can we do to the place to get it market ready?" My first go to is paint. One of the most underrated, quick and dirty renovations you can do. It's not even a renovation. So underappreciated.
Home
Paint
improvement.
home improvement. Yeah, I was kind of lost for words there.
Mm.
2,000 square foot home probably cost you between $10,000 to $15,000 to get it painted. Unless you can do it yourself, then do it yourself. But the walls are the skin of the home, right? The walls are everywhere. Um, the return on that, crazy return. So again, according to NAR, your return on your freshly painted house, 60%.
It's good return.
But then you so there's that, but then it's the aesthetics of potential buyers coming through as well.
Mhm.
Goes a long way. That would be my number one.
Number one.
That
It
would be
looks
my
like
number.
it's not lived in when it's like clean and fresh and and repainted like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Third one, don't do lavish lighting. I don't understand why people do this. Don't spend your money on fancy chandeliers, the crystal things, the colored things. Stick to the basic. Basics are best. You may feel like there's some value in that chandelier, but the potential buyer doesn't feel there's any value in that chandelier. So they're going to end up tearing it down anyways. Don't hang up those ugly big chandeliers because it doesn't give you any ROI whatsoever. There's no return on investment on expensive lighting.
And lighting is expensive. Like
Mm,
it is not, it's not cheap. Like
yeah.
I always find simple, like go simple, classic is better. Here's where I put my money instead. I would put my money in the kitchen. The kitchen is the heartbeat of any house, right? So, and I'm not talking a full kitchen renovation because that can get pricey. If you've got a little bit of cookie to invest, then go into that kitchen. Let's refresh that sucker. So, what's a refresh? Stick up some nice backsplash. You don't have to go crazy on cost on that. Your cabinets, give them a respray. There's some great companies out there that do that now and change the entire look. Change the hardware out on your kitchen cabinets. Creates a totally different look for your kitchen. Right. So there's these small things that you can do. And just a kitchen renovation, yes, a full renovation brings back the best return, 75 to 100% return of your cookie put in. But these small upgrades that you do, you're looking at approximately a 67% return on that investment. So again, little out of your pocket, but a good return.
Mm. Yeah, with that said, let's take a look at the top 10 ROI home renovations. Number 1, as you said, is refinishing hardwood floors,
Yeah.
not replacing or
Yeah.
installing hardwoods. 147% return on investment. New hardwood floors, as you said, 118% return on investment.
Yeah.
Upgrading the insulation, this is one of the ones that you don't
Ah,
see but does has some value, 100% return on investment.
really?
Converting a basement to a living area. Now these are not the easy ones, right? These are big money
A little
ones.
bit
These are
more, yeah, a little bit more
Yeah, you
expensive.
got to get somebody to do this for you.
Yeah.
Upgrading or converting a basement to a living area, 86%. Closet renovation, which I found odd, 83% is the value in closet renovation.
Buyers like, yeah, but I'm not surprised because there's wow factor with that, right?
Yeah, this is NAR's list too, just for
Yeah,
people who are wondering. Converting an attic to a living area actually has a 75% return.
if it's doable.
Yeah, that's takes a very specific house for that.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, like a full kitchen renovation, 75% return. Doing some upgrades in the kitchen, like you mentioned, refacing cabinets or
Cabinets,
changing
hardware,
hardware, maybe change a
lipstick,
countertop.
basically like lipstick and rouge.
Oh, there it is, lipstick and rouge.
Lipstick and rouge, darling.
Yeah,
Lipstick and rouge that.
75% on a full kitchen, 67% on just some basic upgrades in the kitchen. Bathroom renovation,
Mm,
71% return on a bathroom renovation. Adding a new bathroom altogether, 63% return. And new primary bedroom addition, 56%.
yeah. So basically, what that list tells you is a dollar in isn't a dollar out,
No, definitely not.
right? And a lot of people think that, oh, I put that in, I get 100%. No, a dollar in isn't a dollar out.
Yeah. Yeah, so spend your money wisely. If you want to add value easily and cheaply, take our three easy renovations or home improvements. I shouldn't say renovations, but take our three easy home improvements, and that is refinishing hardwood, painting, and basic kitchen renos. You
And you
know,
know what? And there are so many more. There's so many more just like refreshes and tweaks that you can do. And if you want a list of them, because I do have a complete list, just shoot me an email.
yeah,
I will send you that list straight out, my friends,
yeah.
because I love you and I
Should
do that for you.
send you a giant list, just a giant list.
I'm not sending you one.
With that in mind, a giant list. What do you call
Giant
a pile of
list.
cats?
I don't know.
A meountain.
That's fucking stupid. That is so That is just so dumb.
I got some more dad jokes for you too. I know
Oh,
you love these.
we're on the dad joke section already.
Yeah, you'll like these. I think you'll think some
You
of them are
you
stupid.
you snuck that segue, and I didn't even know that was coming.
The meountain.
Oh, that one's daft.
Did you hear about the guy who dipped his nuts in glitter?
No.
It's pretty nuts. Gotcha on that one.
That's stupid.
What does a dinosaur use to pay his bills?
I know.
Tyrannosaurus checks.
That is. Where the fuck are you finding these? That is just so dumb.
What do you call ghost poop? Boo boo. Instead of poo poo? Boo boo?
Yeah.
No,
God help me.
nothing.
Jesus, what did I do to deserve this? Like, did I do something like? What did I do?
Wait,
Just
I got
tell
more.
me.
I got more. What did the fat girl say to the pig?
Don't know.
Da ham.
Okay.
All right.
That one's not bad. I don't mind that one.
Why do peppers make good archers? Because they habanero.
Oh, I need to start drinking. Has anyone? Have I got any Coors Light? I need a drink. Go on, next
Okay.
one.
Do you know that diarrhea is hereditary?
No.
Because it runs in your genes.
I like that one because that's happened to me a few times. Oh, especially when I've been out on a dog walk and I got a piggly wiggly it back home. Oh,
It runs in your genes.
oh.
Last one here.
Go on then.
What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter?
Oh,
An irrelevant.
yeah, that one's stupid.
There you go. Those are the
So
dad jokes. Dad jokes of the day.
So stupid. See, I couldn't even tell any jokes that my dad actually used to tell.
Those
I
aren't
couldn't
dad
even-
jokes.
No,
That's your
I couldn't-
dad who's a comedian who told
Yeah,
jokes.
I couldn't even repeat any of them. I
Not
couldn't. I'd love to, but I couldn't. Not in today's society.
Yeah, not the dad jokes that kids they tell their 5-year-old kid. Mind you, your dad was telling you the raunchy stuff when you were 5, but
Oh, I was I knew it all back then. Yeah. No, I couldn't tell him. But some of them are so damn funny. I just want to share these fuckers.
hey, I made you crack on a couple of those.
You did. I like the diarrhea one and I like the fat chick one.
And the da ham.
The ham girl.
Da ham. I sure would like some of that ham.
The ham girl. Sure would like some of that pork crackling.
Da ham, girl. Sure would like some of that ham.
That's better than the fucking joke. Oh my God.
All right, that's it for the day. Thanks for tuning in. You can check us out again on YouTube and now on Spotify at Midge and ANDJJ. Check us out on all our social media accounts as well at Midge and JJ, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, everywhere. Until next time, next week, next Wednesday, hopefully we get it on time this week. We will see you later.
Adios, amigos.
The habanero.
Habanero, that's fucking good.
The habanero essay.
Fucking
The habanero essay. Maybe my Spanish accent wasn't good enough for that one.
No, not at all.